Intelligence dangerously compromised warned CIA and FBI whistleblowers. You're not the only one to report this, of course, but I was reading your report on it this morning. This is something that you have been warning about for quite some time, and the allegations stem from a whistleblower who has come forward to the House, a whistleblower from the Central Intelligence Agency. I have the letter, the relevant letter here from the House Oversight Committee. The whistleblower alleges that a CIA team was paid to change its assessment of the origins of COVID-19. Do I have that broadly correct? Is that your understanding of the report? Yes. This is obviously a bombshell report, deeply, deeply troubling. I'm glad that the House is going to look into it. We should look into it. What caught my attention is you point out in your article on this that the government has deliberately violated the COVID Origins Act, which this body passed unanimously, which the House passed, the President signed into law. Maybe he wasn't so happy about signing it into law, but he did. It is the law of the land, and which required that all of the government's intelligence on the origins of COVID be made public. Instead, what the administration did was offer up a summary, which they then in turn heavily redacted. And you point out that in addition, the administration refused to report the names of scientists who fell ill at the Wuhan Institute of Virology in 2019, despite the fact they know the names. The intelligence community knows the names. Now, you're absolutely right to say this is a violation of the COVID Origins Act, and I would know because I wrote it. So I'm not very happy about the fact that this administration continues to flout, completely ignore public law passed, again, unanimously by the United States Senate. For what end, I can't tell. I can't figure out why in the world. I don't know what partisan gain there is to it. Why in the world they want to lie to the American people.
Wow. Dr. McCullough, your thoughts?
Wow, I tell you what, this is a bombshell. I've been very clear with America that everything I knew from my scholarship is the SARS-CoV-2 virus did come out of this lab in Wuhan. The 2015 and 2016 papers from Vineet Menachery and Ralph Baric document the creation of this virus with the Chinese. It's a U.S.-Chinese collaboration. Anthony Fauci, Ralph Baric, Peter Daszak, and the bat lady Xingling Li. They are the four creators of SARS-CoV-2. What Josh Hawley is getting to is, do you know who the linchpin is on withholding the documents from that lab? It's actually Avril Haines, our director of national intelligence. Avril Haines was paired with George Gao, the CDC director, in Event 201. That's that October 2019 tabletop exercise that was filmed. And their job in that, their work group was, how do we deceive the public on the origins of SARS-CoV-2? So she's actually living out what she practiced in Event 201. And, she's formally with the World Economic Forum. So it can't be any more clear than that. I'm glad to hear that Josh is getting this out there, that indeed people did get sick in the lab. Patient zero, we think, was a lab technician who got out. She went to the fish market, got people sick. So it probably was a test tube or ventilation that went bad. And the first workers to die were those from the Wuhan lab.